Yeah, like this. Ta, 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 Here we go. Hello, 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 hello. Hey, welcome to afternoon tea with Cantiese, where we're pouring, not spilling, powerful tea into our souls. Hello, hello. Hey y'all, welcome to afternoon tea. So we're over here pouring, not spilling, having meaningful conversation that supports us all on our journey to empowerment. So today, I know that there's a lot for all of us to be navigating in this world, and so we're going to be talking about ways that we can navigate what's happening. And so this tea, as I told you, is okay. So it's steeping pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and add in my non-dairy creamer, and we're going to give this a taste. Yep, I didn't add much. I probably maybe maybe a tablespoon. But first, I want to make sure that we talk about the first segment, which is there is a tea for that. So I gently mentioned that I'm drinking this Green Mountain tea, and I've chose that today because it has oregano in it, and that is perfect for us in terms of cold, flu, bronchitis, all of the things, and it's antiseptic and anti-inflammatory. And in a lot of cases, during this time, or even when I just feel like a little something coming scratching my throat, I will take a few drops of oregano oil that I dilute in some juice or water or whatever the case may be. Now, make sure you consult with, your medical provider or whatever the case may be. We're not out here giving medical advice because there are some restrictions in terms of pregnancy and things like that. But what I'm saying is this tea, um, I've chosen it because it has this oregano in it. And let me tell you, so what else is in it besides the Green Mountain tea leaves is there is ginger roots, there's licorice roots, and one of my favorites, um, chamomile blossoms. And all of these ingredients are organic, and this is from the brand Rishi. They're not paying me, but I do stand by, or I utilize their brand because it's organic. They have a sustainable practice where their tea leaves are not bleached and all of the things. All right, so now if that much, yeah. So it see changed it, kind of a kind of a milky quality. I can smell the oregano. Now I will tell you, it's not gonna taste like a cup of spaghetti. It's not oregano in that sense, but um, yeah, let's give it a taste. Oh my gosh! Ah, I see. So I can actually taste the licorice note because the licorice, I think we talked about before, it gives it kind of like a little sweet, not sugary, but like a sweet, pleasant note. And that oregano, it's in there. It's kind of a earthy flavor in there, but it's like I said, it's not like having a cup of a cup of tea spaghetti. So that's not what this is. It actually is quite good. And I will say the mountain tea, the tea from the mountain, has a different flavor that is more like grounded and earthy as well. So again, this is a perfect go-to for the cold flu season. Hmm. Okay, amazing. Okay, so um, I was thinking about this earlier, and that is what happens when we put on like an article of clothing, like a shirt or a sweater or pants or anything that feels like itchy or has an itchy tag. Um, we typically can't really get comfortable unless we do something. Either change it out, take it off, and like not even wear it all together. Or like me, I've had times where I have tried to cut the tag, and unfortunately, um, there's a little pieces of it left, and so the irritation or the discomfort of wearing whatever, um, just wouldn't go away, and resulting in unfortunately maybe not being able to wear it, just going like this piece is just not for me. And what can feel itchy or uncomfortable to some of us may not feel as uncomfortable um, to other people. So I'm bringing that up as an analogy for how we can start to navigate what is happening around us. I think that the discomfort of having something nagging at you, itching at you all the time or constantly um, can serve to be just that, just uncomfortable, but can also serve to get our attention, to prod us or push us or create an urgency for us to act in a way to support ourselves, whether it be to scratch the itch or to get, comfortable even with the discomfort. So today, I want to, in our main topic, I want to talk about um, uncertainty and what that's all about. And then we're going to end with a daily dose of power and just reminding us of, you know, what we can um, take away with our, as we navigate uncertainty and how that all can look. Let's talk about the itchy scratchy situation in our world right now. And so, one of the things that I feel very just moved and passionate or compassionate about is how, we're in America, we're not used to this level of upheaval and uncertainty in a lot of ways. And so it can be a lot to navigate. So the first thing I want to do is remind us all that we walked through the pandemic. We're not the same, but we did make it. We suffered loss, and we had to shift and change, and life as we knew it before 2020 is not the same. And so I think that's definitely worth acknowledging. Okay, so let's talk about uncertainty. And I got some notes. Y'all know I don't really be doing a lot of notes. Well, but I want to make sure um, that I keep very clear I want to define uncertainty. Okay. So uncertainty is clearly, not knowing what will happen or lacking clear, definite information about the future. So let me just ask you, I think we have predictable patterns that we grow to rely on. But in a lot of ways, we may not know what will happen from day to day. So that I think is easy to digest. Um, Often, um, this unpredictability feels way more uncomfortable when there's risk, ambiguity, difficulty in being able to make decisions, or plan with confidence, because there's so many things in flux. Um, that's what uncertainty is. And uncertainty can be in different areas. So it could be personal, like your just to you, like your life, your career, um, your relationships, like just stuff in and around your own pocket, which I know really a lot of us could experience that. Then there can be, um, what has happened in history, like I just mentioned. You know, we just had a little bit over, um, you know, not quite 5 years ago, we entered into a global pandemic, and we were kind of shut in our homes, and we started using masks and social distancing and all of those things. And a lot of those measures, right, the social distancing and all of those things are relieved or alleviated. We don't practice those things anymore. But it's become really normal for people to walk around, if they choose to, for whatever reason, to wear a mask. It's not alarming. It's not unusual. Um, and then even like 2008 with the economic downturn. So if you look at history, there are marked many marked times where there could be feelings of uncertainty. Okay, so let's talk about the third area, which is societal. This is where there can be political instability, economic downturns, health crises, all the things that I just mentioned. And so just know that I'm on here to talk about this area of uncertainty and what we can do about it. So I just in sort of digging in and thinking about where we are, wanted to just share three really quick um, areas of encouragement to hopefully support us in our journey of empowerment right through here. And to just say, I am validating and leaning in to the faith that we will navigate forward and come out on the other side. So I've been saying this, and I'll say it here. It is uh, the strength of a tree is reflected in the storms that it is able to withstand. Okay, so it is the storms that a tree withstands that reflects its strength. All right, so here's the first thing. Um, just like kind of wearing an itchy shirt or something that's really uncomfortable. I'm not using that analogy to water it down, as to say, yes, there's stuff that is nudging us to do something. And so who we are emerges in a squeeze. Okay, when we're pressed or challenged or shaken, the substance of who we truly are comes to the surface, whether it be take the shirt off, figure out how to change it somehow, or adapt to it and figure out how to desensitize, whatever it might be. Um, we are like a seed, the pressure reveals our strength, our resilience, our values, what's important to us, what we stand for. So instead of fearing uh, the squeeze, right, we have to embrace that it's happening, and use it as an opportunity to double down on who we are and the power that we have to navigate the storms of life. Okay, so now what we need to do, number two, is um, face what is and respond. Sometimes fear, when we face uncertainty, fear sets in, and that immobilizes us, right? It keeps us from being able to utilize our thinking minds, our decision making, our creativity to say, oh, you know what? There's something in my way. How do I navigate around it to keep moving forward? We get hijacked where we stop, or we get so wrapped up in the minutia, if you will. So we can be tempted to be impulsive, but what we can do, what I'm encouraging us to do, is to pause and just face the reality of what's happening, and getting ourselves out of panic and ask this question: since this is happening, now what? So it moves us from just feeling like we have to hunker down and bear it, or react impulsively. We can think through what's important to me, what's important to my family, what's important to my kids, what's important to my community, whatever it might be. It is, since this is happening, now what? Okay, so the third thing is to cultivate peace. And you're like, girl, what you talking about? Do you see this and do you see this? That, okay, I get it, right? So what I want us to do is to focus on the things that we can control more than the things that we can't control. See, now I didn't say don't pay attention to some of the stuff you can't control. I said the things that you can control more, right? Okay, so peace is not something that is found in our external circumstances. Okay, it's something that we cultivate right here. Like a deeply rooted tree planted by the river, we have to decide that we can notice what's happening and that we're not going to be moved. So, grounding ourselves in practices that restore our faith and hope and our ability to navigate forward despite what might be happening around us. Okay. Okay, so that's it. I just wanted to encourage all of us to know that who you are will emerge in the times of squeezing, and if we can focus more on what we can control versus what we can't control, and allow ourselves to assume a posture of peace, we will be better for it. Because the truth is that fearing and being overly um, anxious is actually not going to help. It's just going to help us to stay in a space where we can't think and plan and be creative and make decisions in a clearer fashion. So, yeah. So here's the daily dose of power, the last part of this. I want you to remember that certainty is an illusion. Um, don't want to get too hyper spiritual on us, but really, tomorrow is not promised. We hope tomorrow will come, and there are many mornings that we have woken up and days have been exactly as we have expected them to be. And I am grateful for that. I'm grateful for that for you, and I'm grateful for that for me, right? And what we do is we trust and we lean into our faith that when our tomorrow is not exactly how we expect it to be, and when maybe there's a storm and the wind is blowing, that we will be like that tree and we will be able to bend and be flexible in the midst of the storm, understanding that we may lose a few tree limbs, that we may lose a few leaves, but our roots and our bark and our core will remain strong. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure to get on here and encourage us to be like that tree, okay? Rooted, unwavering, and nourished by what is in us. Like, listen, we are stronger than we know. And remember, some of this discomfort might be urging, pushing, moving, prodding us to shift something or to shift a lot of things so that we can navigate forward. Okay, I am grateful for your time and attention. If you are watching this and it is a blessing to you, please like and share. This has been Cantiese with Afternoon Tea with Cantiese, and I'm going to sip on this Green Mountain tea with the oregano. Peace and blessings. Talk to you soon. I am so actually excited because I have a special announcement that I'm going to make tomorrow. But so today is the announcement of the announcement that I'm going to be announcing. So definitely, I think I might go live actually sometime tomorrow and yeah, share my special announcement.